I wish there was a Steam Spring Sale video that really championed hidden gems, like games that just came out within the past year and that are actually great deals, like objectively. Like, can somebody use math or something to figure that out? Oh, I can do that.
I'm doing that.
That's what we're doing today. Welcome to the Steam Spring Sale. This is objectively the top 10 best deals of games that have come out within the past year that are genuinely interesting and fun. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find at least one of these games, and in fact, I found a new game, and I'm definitely buying it from this list. So let's have some fun and let's keep the hype alive. Steam Spring Sale 2025. Okay, so the first fun in the run, hopefully, is Wayfinder, and I say hopefully so because all reviews are still technically mixed, but the recent reviews are very positive. Now, why does this matter? This is a high-production, very valuable game coming from Airship Syndicate. Now, I'm saying this because it's from a trustworthy developer that maybe they just didn't hit a stride when the game first launched, which actually happens very often with these type of games, MMO-adjacent, co-op action RPG, games as a service. But now with the 1.2 release and recent reviews being very positive, I have a lot of trust, especially with the pedigree that the developers have. They produced a Ruin King, a League of Legends story, Darksiders Genesis, Battle Chasers, and I just think overall this game, just the formula, is something that people are really hungry for. Dungeon divers, a co-op ARPG, a looter, it's very MMO dungeoneering adjacent. Yeah, I think if you're not too busy with Monster Hunter Wilds, you have to pick this game up. Maybe it was a little weary, buying it at $25, especially when it first launched, but now it's finally hitting the stride, 50% off, it's $12.49. Yeah, I think it's about time to jump into Wayfinder. It's been a while since I purchased a wholesome game, but when I do buy them, I tend to buy them on Steam sales. Now at $20, maybe a hardcore esport gamer like me would have avoided, but at 40% off for $12, yeah, I think I might just jump into Echoes of the Plum Grove. Now, this single-player, cozy, farming, crafting, casual life simulator, I know, shotgun of marketing term, game actually has some really interesting things to it and why I'm kind of a little bit of excited. Normally these titles, these wholesome games, they tend to just sort of be purely aesthetic, and that's fine too, you just want to jump into a place and sort of roleplay, okay, but this title really pushes the fact that what you grow, how you socialize, and what you do throughout the seasons affects the future. I mean, to a point where who you marry and the kids you have will change the Ludo narrative entirely as you continue to play. So I'm not gonna say this is the one-to-one perfect life simulator, but it is kind of a life sim, and at the same time it's kind of charming. It's weird, maybe a polarizing art style with the 2.5D cutout aesthetic, but it's different, and I feel like it's actually trying to do something. So I don't know, the game design nerd in me feels like I gotta pick this one up. So next up, my number 8 purchase here, which is at $10, and it's 50% off its normal price, is Isles of Sea and Sky. And I believe this is Islander influenced, and immediately the color scheme is so alien and different to me. I just really, I'm very intrigued by this title, especially though because the geek in me, look, I grew up on classic Legend of Zelda puzzling, and this is clearly that. If you played, the OG Game Boy Pokemon games, especially shout out if you played Oracle of Times and Seasons Legend of Zelda, this is a full adventure that's just based on those world pushing and pulling and morphing puzzles. I'm absolutely so for it, and I've noticed this trend of Game Boy aesthetic design, so I need more of this. The nostalgia is calling, please, and yeah, for $10, I definitely will take a chance on Isle of Sea and Sky. Next on the list is Bulwark Evolution, and definitely full disclaimer, friends and family, I have not played this game, and I honestly cannot wrap my head around this game. It has such an interesting perspective and gameplay loop, apparently, where, I don't know if you've ever played a 4X, maybe a game like Civilization, right, or these sort of builder-style games, it's sometimes you have more fun with the building, and then it all kind of ends when you get conquested, or maybe you really want to focus on just the conquering, but the malleability of the emergent gameplay is very random sometimes with these titles, but this one really seems to focus on that, so that has me intrigued, and I've never seen a game quite look like this. However, it's obviously making the list because metrically, it's got 1,000 very positive reviews, it's a very new game, and it's on a huge sale, 55% off, so it's freaking $9, and it's okay, if I'm gonna play weird games, I guess the one time I'd buy it is if it's on an amazing sale, and full disclosure, I've never actually won a 4X match, but I loved Endless Legend, I have played Civilization, and I do enjoy base building and conquering games, I just suck at them. But maybe this title, which promises the ability to just sort of hang out, go at your own pace. It can be cozy. You can take over the world. I don't know. Maybe it's time. All right, number 6 is such a cute game. Likely a very short game, though, so a little hesitant, but at $8, you know what? It makes it easier, right? 60% off, okay, of a $20 game, which I expect, for the artisanalness of Paper Trail. Paper Trail, top-down puzzle adventure about leaving home, set in a foldable paper world. That's pretty much it. There it is. There's like a handful of games that utilize kind of a mechanic like this, but then in the way that it's utilized with this art style, with the evocation that it has, I think is going to tell a really interesting story. So I'm very much excited for it. Not normally at $20, but dang, under $10, we're at $8. Absolutely, I'll take this bite-sized little experience and make some memories. Okay, halfway through the list, we are departing the cozy wholesomeness, and we're going to Kill Knight. Kill Knight looks like it's like top-down, Doom meets Hades meets like Vampire Survivors, and like normally it's $15, but it's actually on a 50% sale, so it's only like $7.49. And yeah, I know this game looks pretty hardcore, but I really am so excited to see more bullet hell mechanics and bullet hell like game design being thrown into different genres. So yeah, this is bullet hell. It's a top-down shooter as well, but like also it's more than that too. So twin stick shooters need to come back. I really miss them. Now, my only complaint is that this is not a co-op game. It's definitely like you're just gonna jump in and doom it up. But you know what? That's also pretty cool too. Maybe not full price, but for me, but like 50% off. Yeah, absolutely. I'll jump in and kill as a knight. Like, honestly, it just looks really insane. And normally I do stay away from the more arcade versions of these games. I do like games like Hades and like more narrative-based games. But every once in a while, there's one like Ubermash or, obviously Vampire Survivors where it's like, yeah, no, that looks dope. I gotta do that. And yeah, that's Kill Knight.
Welcome to the bumper. Hello, friends and family. I'm actually really surprised you made it this far. I mean, the world is the way the world is. It's pretty chaotic. It's a lot. And attention spans and reading comprehension have been plummeting. But thank you for being here.
Right, friends and family. Number 4, we have Dice and Fold back into the cozy, wholesome. At least the art style is evocative of that. But this is going to be a turn-based dungeon crawler. I think a lot of people really have been enjoying card games. For me personally, I was really having a lot of fun with Dice-O-Mancer lately. What about you? Leave in the comments below if there's any. Especially like if it's a rogue game. God, we love like deck building rogue games. Here we are with Dice and Fold. I don't have too much to say to this. I just think it looks really polished. It's not quite as grimdark or weird maybe as a lot of these games, but I think it's probably just going to be a solid addition to this whole wave of amazing freaking card-like, dungeon diving games that we've been getting. So yeah, normally it's $13, but it's 50% off. So yeah, maybe there's a lot of these to choose from, but you know what? It's like $6.49, easy. So easy. Oh, also shout out to the fact that this game is included in a massive bundle that's on a huge sale. I'm not including bundles in this video, but if you guys have any bundles that you need to shout out, please do in the comments below. Now, my number 3 game is Creepy Tale, Some Other Place. Now, this is also part of a bundle where you can get all the Creepy Tale games, which likely, if this immediately looks intriguing to you, then just get the whole bundle so you can have just like the whole story. But I do believe that Creepy Tale Some Other Place is the newest one, because I have this whole rule of like, it's got to be a new game. Okay, it's a new game, and it's normally pretty cheap at $10. That makes sense for a narrative-driven game that especially looks so evocative as this, geez. But 50% off, it's $5? Absolutely. Then again, my backlog is so huge of point-and-click adventure games like that look like this, but I just love these like fantasy, weird, creepy, whimsical, but like kind of fairy tale-ish, like just shenanigans. I just want to jump in and be absorbed into a weird world. And that's just me personally. So yeah, I'm not exactly like a Hello Kitty kind of guy. I'm more of like whatever this is kind of guy. And if you are too, well, I hope you have fun with this game. I'm definitely gonna have to pick it up, and maybe we could do like a game book club or whatever in the Discord. Links in the description, by the way, to join. Number 2 on the list, but this was the first game that I threw in my shopping cart, and that's Pampas and Selene. I don't understand the title, and the art style might seem a little cheesy to some people, but to me, who plays games exploratively, I am so excited to see this. It looks like a love letter to the original Nintendo, or maybe some OG Sega-like games, and I think back in my head, like I played Super Nintendo, like Super Ghosts and Goblins, and that's the closest that I can kind of get to this. And so for me to see something that kind of harkens back to a little bit before my time, time really excites me, and yet has gameplay that, regardless of the aesthetic, I'm just so down for as a couch co-op game or online co-op. Now at $10, might be a little too niche for some people, but it's 60% off. It's $4. And this just totally looks like something I'd pop some quarters into, at my local cidercade and just jam to it with a partner. This looks so stupid fun. Absolutely a must buy for me. I mean, it's number 2 on the list, but for me personally, yeah, I'm jamming. Just like a good old tower climbing co-op, action adventure game? Yes, let's go. And it looks like it has some RPG mechanics. Okay, I could just rant on forever. As the more I look at this game, it's like, oh wait, this is like a substantial title that's going on for like a huge sale. Great. And the final game, the best sale for the Steam Spring Sale, in my opinion, and also objectively, it's Turbo Golf Racing. It's literally like somebody just looked at like Golf with Friends and all the different golfing games and did a little bit of research and development and like, oh, people like Rocket League and they like mini golf and like we could totally just do Rocket League golf. And I'm pretty sure that's what this title is. I think I also really appreciate a few of the different game modes. It just looks like a really fun game that you could probably play through a weekend, if not just a single night. Just get on in the Discord and jam with friends and have a hoot and a holler, right? 75% off. If you're still feeling weird about spending $10, that's okay, because it's only $2.49. It's like literally the cheapest thing I can think. There's nothing to compare it to. Not a movie ticket, not a Happy Meal, like even cheaper than like if you try to Uber Eats simply a bottle of Coca-Cola. I don't think so, man. $2.49 to have rocket cars hit around freaking golf balls. Look, we don't get a lot of marble games. We do get a lot of golf games. But how often do we get rocket cars hitting those marbles? Tell me now. At $2.49. It's objectively the best deal. You're welcome. And thank you, friends and family, for watching to the end of the video, and I hope that these picks are actually genuinely fun to, I mean, maybe one of them, if you haven't heard of them, or normally they wouldn't be on your radar. I'm just trying to project it out there and just, share the good vibes, right? Get some of these indie games some love, and also try to help you guys find something and have an interesting, make memories, new experiences together with your friends, or maybe you just, need a night alone. Play some experimental stuff and things. I think it's good for you. I think it's good for the soul, okay? Maybe get a rocket car and then hit some balls around. I don't know, or something like that. But all these titles were definitely really weird and wacky. I might not be able to buy them all this sale, but yeah, the backlog's getting pretty big. I'm sure you guys can relate. But I'm definitely picking up way more than I thought I would. I think 2024 was an amazing year, and I'm also looking forward to just this year, 2025. I am keeping the hype alive. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Much love, and if you guys just need any more video game recommendations, hey, in the description, we got a link to the Discord, the Video Game Party Club. Come join us. Let's have some fun. Much love, guys. I'll see you in the next one.